Hello, welcome back to Helping Hand OKC. My name is Lester, and today I'm going to show you how to fix your running toilet. This particular toilet, I have determined that the flapper was working perfectly fine, but it's just kept running from time to time, and my actual fill valve was working correctly, but water kept getting in my toilet. And the problem is your flush valve. We're gonna install this flush valve. And what had happened on the old one, the flush valve, when this lid is closed, water is seeping in. It's a seal here. The water is seeping in and going into my tub. Maybe cracked or whatnot. So I'm going to replace this filter. It could be a crack in it somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to replace it. First thing I want you to do, I want you to locate your turn-off valve on your toilet. A lot of times they're going to be on the left-hand side of your toilet. Turn that valve to where that water is off. You're going to make sure that it's off. Then the second thing, after you turn it off, flush it. You should hear no water or anything. Then you're going to need a sharp vac. And all you just take a sharp vac and suck out all the water out the inside of it. And the reason why I sucked all the water out of the tank, because we're actually going to remove this tank off. So I used to get all the excess water out. Then also what's holding this tank on is a couple of screws on each side. So you're gonna need a pair of little channel locks and a Phillips or a regular screwdriver. And they got two screws on the inside of the tank. And I'm just gonna loosen those and take those loose. A lot of times they'll be rusted and they'll break off. But just take your screwdriver and turn it. And a lot of times you can just hold back up. A lot of times, see, like these are not rusted too bad and they're coming off pretty easy. I'm gonna get water and stuff out. This is what the screws look like on the inside, like this. And there's the nuts that are on it. Just put those to the side. We're not gonna use those because you have a new pair coming in your kit. So, you might want to put a towel or something down. You make it a little water down back here. So I got the two bolts on the side. Now I'm going to loosen the supply line. You may need to lock on this. Sometimes you can loosen what you can. A lot of times they're tight. The supply line is loose. Now we're ready to just take the tank off. It just lift right on off. Inside here, I'm going to show you the guts, what it looks like on the inside. You see that? And then on the bottom side, you got a boot, a rubber boot, and that you're gonna have to take a loose. So what I usually do, I take it and turn it upside down. I don't know if you can see that. I got this boot. Just that other screw that was there. Pull this boot off. You don't need this no more. And in your kit, you'll get a new style boot. and this nut we have to take off. Now you just pair of channel locks. Just take your nut, just turn it, and it should come off pretty easy, pretty simple, but not too tight. Okay. Okay, this is your flush valve assembly here. This is what your flush valve assembly looks like. This is what I'm getting ready to put on, and what is happening, it was leaking. I think it's either got a crack in it and water was just seeping down. See right here? Water just seeping down inside in the tub and just kept filling up. So this one's a bad one. And in your kit, you get everything you need. It's a new boot. You also get new screws to hold the tank to the toilet and washers. So what I usually do, you take your flush valve. You got this little piece here and a little paper. You take that off. This little boot right here, this rubber still stays up here. And then we want to insert it inside the tank. Hold it like that. Turn it upside down. See the paper shim I was telling you about? Goes here. And then you take the little washer that comes with the kit. Go ahead and start it on here. Now you don't want to over tighten this. It says tighten it up with your hand. It's good enough, but you don't want it to leak as well. So if you tighten it up too tight, you can actually bust this tank. So you want to make just snug it up really good. And then now that I have that hand tightened, this particular boot, you want to put this on. It just goes over this nut here. Just push it over like so. There you go. It looks like it's too big, but when it gets on and pressed down, it'll squeeze down. Now we want to install our screws. This particular kit, they gave you 3. You're only going to use 2. Some tanks have 3, but this one only has 2. So washers. You want to put the washer on, the red Teflon seal. Put on both screws, like so. It'll stick out, but we can go ahead and set the tank back on. You want to make sure this seal is on there really good. Set the tank back there, and you're going to see those holes. Now we're going to take our screws and place them back inside the hole. One on each side. Go ahead and set them like that. Now you're going to take your nuts and your washers. I'll just start one on one side. You're going to put it on like this. A nut and a washer. Put the washer on top. And just start it with your hand and just kind of go halfway. You don't want to tighten it up all the way tight. You want to just snug it. Then we get the other side. Usually I just go back and forth on them. Don't tighten them up too tight. You want to just snug them to where it's. Then I take my screwdriver and then turn that screw and hold back up. You can hold it with your hand, it'll tighten up. All right. Let's go back and forth. Looks like it's pretty even, pretty tight. Now you want to go ahead and hook your line back up, water supply line. Go. Now if you got that on, now we're going to check for leaks. And what you do, go ahead and turn my water back on. You want to make sure you don't have too much slack in your chain. Because if you have too much slack in your chain, it actually would get caught underneath the. Let it fill up a couple more times. You adjust your chain so I'm going to go up a couple of lengths. You want to make sure you dry off everything so when you check for leaks, you make there's nothing's leaking. You don't see any water or anything, that's mean to check. So I'll just flush it a couple of times more. Let it fill up a little bit more. I'm looking at this gap in the front. I kind of want to keep this gap even on one side versus the other. That let me know I need to tighten more on this side or this side. Usually if it's pretty even, that lets me know it's tightened up pretty even. I might have to tweak it a little bit more, but you don't want to over tighten it, because you over tighten it, you would definitely break it. Okay, it's filling up. Make sure the flapper, and make sure you don't have you want to make sure on this chain, make sure the chain is not too long, and to go underneath that flapper. And then this also have an adjustment on here. You turn this little knob to make it more water, more height. You adjust your height for more water in the tank. Everything looks good. We'll flush it one more time. And this time you want to look around the side, see any water leaking, dripping this side. You want to look at your flush valve, your fill. Ain't gonna stop. Make sure there's no water leaking there. Everything looks good. I don't see any water. Everything looks good. Guys, you did it. You was able to replace this flush valve that was actually leaking. On this particular trolley, that's what was going on. Sometimes it's the flapper. Sometimes it's the pump that keeps pumping, turning on. But in this case, it was neither one of those. It was actually the flush valve. So that flush valve probably cost you about $15 at your local hardware store. You can get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. The kit, sharp vac, and a few other tools that you have. You can do this and save yourself. You don't have to call a plumber out to do this job. Just take your time. You check YouTube, because there's a lot of different ways that people do this job. This is one of the ways that you can fix it and save yourself some money. Well, guys, that's it for this particular video. I thank you guys for tuning in. For those who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. You can catch me at the Helping Hand OKC. Please subscribe. Please share. Thank you. Bye-bye.